Oh baby, what's happening? Okay, got a quick message for you guys. All right, so something very concerning and something I talk about on my channel quite a bit, and it's got to do with this. You know what I notice? Let me tell you the statistic first, and I've gone over the statistic over and over and over again on this channel, all right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to be like this. I don't want you to live like this, because it's not really living at all, okay? 90 to 95% of gun owners in this country don't get any kind of firearms training at all. They'll get a CCW. You know, women are notorious for getting a CCW and then think that they can get in a gunfight and really, really win one. Odds are you're gonna run. It's just like if you buy a pair of boxing gloves and you got hand wraps, you got a mouthpiece, you bought the headgear, you got everything, you're ready to go blazing, right? You're ready to train, you're ready to learn jab, cross, hook, you're ready to learn the combos, all that. Time passes by. You got them sitting around. They're doing absolutely nothing. Same thing with a firearm. You got gun, you got a pistol, you got a rifle, you got rifle ammo, you got pistol ammo. What are you doing with it? Absolutely nothing. You know how I know that? And try to prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Prove me wrong about this statistic. 90% of people don't train at all. You could buy boxing gloves and say you train. You could buy a gun and say you train. You could buy a gun and say, oh, I know how to shoot. Yeah, I know how to shoot. Dude, yeah. You know what? And what's funny is when people go to the range and shoot a pistol, they haven't shot it in a long time. They probably shot it once or twice before, never taken a class, and they're sitting there hitting the target, right? And they're like, oh, look, I'm a natural. Look, I'm hitting the target. Yeah, you know what happens 5 minutes later? They start missing the target. That's because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what in the world you're doing. Here's an example. When I post a Glock training video, okay? Not a training video, sorry. When I post a Glock review video compared to other pistols, I'll get thousands upon thousands of views. When I actually post a training video for free, a drill that you can do at the range with minimal amount of ammo, I get under 1,000 views. Do the stats on that one. What does that tell you? That tells you 90% just don't care. They don't care, man. They don't want to see it because they're going to get forced to go out and do it. And you know what? They don't want to. They don't want to get forced to go out and train when they should be training. Unbelievable. They say there's a 3% in this country of people that would fight in a so-called revolution, whatever you want to call it, uprising, whatever. Take the government back. Oh yeah, man. Take the government back. A lot of people like to talk a lot of shit, but when it really comes down to training, they don't have anything. They don't know what to do. And that's an epidemic we have in this country. Our people don't get off their ass and go train. Yeah, I'm calling people out. And I'm gonna lose subs, whatever, dude. We're looking for men and women that wanna build themselves up, that wanna do stuff with their life, that wanna take the skills that someone else has that they've been taught and use them. That's living, you guys. It's not living to sit and stare at your running shoes, to sit and stare at your rifle. Oh, it's super clean, bro. Look at my rifle, dude. It's super clean. It's all black. Dude, it looks great, doesn't it? Dude, it's great. Yeah, I bet, when I open up the bolt carrier group, I take that thing apart. The thing looks like it's brand new. It might have been racked a few times, but there's no gunpowder residue. It's all nice, bright and shiny. They don't want to shoot it because it's going to wear it out a little bit. It's a shame, man. It's a total shame. And you know what? I don't understand that way of thinking. I don't live like that. I go out and I train hard. And you know what? A friend of mine who I met on this channel, he told me that he had a good idea for a video. And the good idea is this, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Got a good idea for a video, constantly setting the bar higher and higher to keep improving and keep moving forward. What do you think? Well, I think it's a great idea. You know, I'm going to give you a quick example of what I do. All right. When I was kickboxing a lot, and I got my own stuff here. Look, I got my own bag. I do my own thing. You know, I used to train a lot at the gym, and that was my thing, right? And look at these gloves, man. They don't just sit here. I use these things. My hand wraps, I wear them. I sweat. I used to start at 3 minutes a round. And when I wasn't satisfied with 3 minutes a round, because I'm not smoked, and I want to be smoked at the end of each round, I'd up it to 4 minutes. Then I'd up it to 5 minutes. And you know what I'm at now? I just did a 30-minute round, and I was gassed. Kicking, punching. I took everything that I learned, combinations, head movement, and I applied it to the bag and trained my tail off. When I'm out running, you know what I do? I set the bar higher. When I went on this crazy thing of getting in 3,000 plus miles a year, at the end of this year, so I'll just tell you this, at the end of last year, at the end of 2024, I got to 3,218 miles. And honestly, that was like a light year. I started working real hard at running at about, I would say, late February. And then every single day I was running 10 and a half. Okay, and then I upped it to 11. And then I upped it to 11 and a half. And then all of a sudden it started getting to like 12.3, 12.7. And then 13 and a half. I'm setting the bar higher. And I'm so happy that he sent me this message, because I want to talk about that, man. This goes with every aspect of training in your life, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're not going to train, get rid of the guns. Go sell your guns to the pawn shop. Just get rid of them. You don't need them. What are you going to do with them? Forget about it. You don't know how to shoot anyway. Forget it. Just go home. Sell the guns. I'll buy your ammo. Sell the guns. You don't need them. You're never going to use them. People without firearms training are an accident waiting to happen. And what a shame. And honestly, you know what I think should happen in this country? Is that when you buy a handgun or you buy a rifle, it should be mandatory that you take a firearms training class. Because accidents happen, and you need to know safety, and you need to know the rules of firearms. Most important things. And you need to know how to work those firearms. A pistol class and a rifle class should be mandatory. And you know what? It's a good idea, because it would open up a huge plethora of businesses in this country that could make money on it. You don't got to charge an arm and a leg per student. You could have 10 students a day, okay, and charge them $100. Dude, why don't we just start a training company and do that? Why don't we get legislation passed to do that? You would have people would have so much respect for their firearms, and they would actually go out and use their firearms, because it is a perishable skill training. Okay? If you're training with a rifle for like a month and you take a year off and you come back, everything's off. It might seem like at first that you came back and it's all good, but it's not all good. It's not. It's a perishable skill. Try running CQB. You run CQB for a few years, you take a year off, you go back to CQB, close quarter battle, close quarter combat, whatever, CQC, whatever you want to call it. You go back to it, you're rusty. Sure, you know some fundamentals still, but you're super rusty, and you're going to miss your shots when you need to make your shots. See, in those training videos I posted, the bar is set pretty high for me, because I've been training for a long time. And I want a grouping like this, super small. And I didn't get it because I hadn't trained for a couple months. It goes away, you guys. It goes away. Granted, I was about 30 yards out, but still, I'm setting that bar. Aim small, miss small. This goes for everything in your life, guys. Everything. So now I'm up to 14 and a half, 15 miles every single day I run. And I run a lot. I'll be running more. I had to take the day off today because it's just too damn hot. You know, I've been getting so much sun, it's just killing me. And you know what? For my mind and my body, I needed a rest. 15 miles will kill people in the sun. It's called heat stroke, and it's real. Now, granted, I have things that I can kind of prevent that, but you know what? Whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. My point is that 15 miles, 14 and a half, 15 miles is now the bar that's set pretty high. That's it. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm running 16.6. So I'm setting it higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's what you guys need to be doing. Instead of sitting there watching Call Me on Noir and Garantham, which I like both their channels. I think they have something good to offer. I'm not ragging on them. I like those guys. And I love their content. It's really, really cool content. Instead of being a watcher, instead of just watching, you need to act. And you need to do it. Because if you're not, what are you? What are you anyways? You're not a protector. You're just some douchebag with a gun and some douchebag with gloves. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. This is a message to you guys who aren't out there getting it. If you have a low bar right now, work with your low bar, all right? And what I mean by that is if you can only do 10 push-ups, do your 10, but stretch out 11. And then when you can get to 11, you get to 12. And then when you get to 12, you get to 15. And you keep raising the bar. Listen, life is not easy. And this is all mostly life lessons, you guys. This is life. And when you apply your workout routine to life, you start doing better. You start seeing things kind of fill in. You're not having all these problems that you used to have. And you know why? Because when you present 15-mile runs, hill runs at that, and I'm running in the sun, there is no shade. There's no shade out here, man. This is a good example for you guys. And I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging at all, so please don't take this the wrong way. When I'm out there crushing it, okay, in a 15-mile hill run, I'm at about 22 pounds of weight. Water, gun, knife, all kinds of other stuff. I need snacks out there. There's some things that I need on those runs because they're brutal. And when you're running in the sun, it gets real hot and you want to quit right away. But you know what? I never quit. I never go out and not accomplish my goal. And it's a lesson in life. If you're going to go do something, go do it. Okay? If you're going to go buy a gun, go train. If you're going to go buy boxing gloves, go train. And set that bar higher every single day. Even if it's just a little bit, you got to set it a little bit higher than the day before. So pretty much you're beating the you from yesterday. Beat yesterday's you. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. Just a little bit at a time, man. A little bit at a time. Add on a little bit a day. Add on one more pull-up every other day. Add on one more push-up every day. That's all you got to do, man. Set the bar high. That's it. He made a good point. And I'm happy he touched on this because I wanted to touch on something else this afternoon. And I'm sick and tired of, I go out to the range and I post training videos for you guys. And yeah, some of you watch them. I get it, dude. I get it. And, some of you are applying it. I've seen your questions. I've seen your comments. And I'm proud of you guys. I'm happy for all you guys. We need more men stepping up to the plate. Knock the Cheeto dust off you. Wash your mouth out, floss your teeth, and get busy and get after it, and let's get moving. There's no excuses, you guys. No excuses at all, man. I just got done with my assault bike routine. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm gassed out, and I'm fired up. And I'm about to get in my ice bath. Look at this. Oh, baby. Here's my ice bath. It's cold life. Here's what it is, baby. Look at that cold water. Oh yeah, man. And this is my chiller right here. I haven't shown you guys this. That's my chiller. And this thing is so rad. I get in every single day. It helps me in life. It's my doctor. My food, ice bath, exercise, and a couple other things are my doctor. You guys, we got to get tough. Set the bar high, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there and train. If you have questions, I'm always here to answer. You guys know that. So please, don't let me down, man. And don't let yourself down, more importantly. I love you guys. I'm out of here. You take care of yourselves. Later.